Hello there. I believe you are blessed wherever you are. Right, I would love to say blessed weekend in advance all over the world, regardless of the color of the skin or tribe or nation. Right, I would love to go straight to the point. A man of God doesn't have power to take his enemies to court. I will repeat again, a man of God doesn't have power or authority to take his enemies, his critics, those who are criticizing me, to court. Why? Because a man of God is a man with God. God has to fight all his battles. Remember what Jesus said on the cross. Forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. How can you say people are busy beating you, busy made you to walk with the cross for a long time after punishing you? Forgive them. Jesus was aware that his battle wasn't his battle. It was God's battle. Same applies to the servants of God. People, I will say this, people they have freedom to say whatever they want to say. Especially the ones who are sharing same faith with you. The ones who are sharing same Jesus with you. Why? Because at the end, this Jesus is not yours. This Jesus belongs to everyone. So if they see that you are handling their Jesus or their gospel in a wrong manner, God gives them authority to say whatever they want to say. Remember in the book of 1 Corinthians 6 in verse 3, you are going to judge angels. So you have to judge one another. God gave every Christian, every believer a platform to say whatever he wants to say if he sees that the gospel is taking a wrong path. Again, we see again in the book of Job in 16 from 9 to 11, I know my lawyer is in heaven. I know my judge is in heaven. Job was aware that his matter can't be settled down in earthly people, but he was aware that his matter must be settled in heaven. Again, in Job 19 verse 25, he says, I know my Redeemer liveth. So if you know that God is your Redeemer, God, he fights your battles as long as the one who ordained you to be. God is the one who's supposed to prove you right. A man of God doesn't have power to use earthly people to fight his own battles. It means that you are not what you think you are, and you are not what you tell people you are. Because if you are what you are, you'll say to God, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. As Jesus said, then God will prove your innocent or his mighty power to your enemies. If a man of God take his battles to solve his battles to using earthly court or earthly lawyers, then you are going to have a problem. Because even those members of your church, majority of them, they have problem with you. But because they want you to pray for them, they want to be blessed through your hands, they are quiet. It doesn't mean that they don't have issues with you. At the end, you are going to sue the whole world because you don't understand how God operates. I repeat again, a man of God doesn't have permission. Biblically, I don't know anything that is out of the Bible, anything that is not biblically satanic, but I'm talking about biblical way here. A man of God doesn't have power to use earthly courts to silence or to prove he's innocent. God, he uses God. You have to kneel down and pray for his enemies, for God to fight for him and prove who's lying, who's right, as our sweet Jesus did on the cross. I'm saying to you, you see this message, you are a believer. I need you to listen to this wisdom and share it with other people. A man of God, it means a man with God inside. God must fight your battle. I gave you 3 scriptures. Read them, you will understand. I'm saying to you, remember Jesus loves you. So do I. May God bless you. Thank you.